Hi everyone, welcome to my first video. Thanks for being here. This is my first video without any edits or scripts. All my thoughts here to talk about why I brought the watch 126613LB, aka the Bluesy. So I'm a watch collector. I've been collecting watches from a really young age, and to me, watches have always been like really future tech. Before obviously mobiles and everything else come out, watches were the most amazing thing ever, and really interesting to me. And so I managed to purchase this watch from a local AD. I have a purchase history with those guys where I started off buying Tudors and Breitlings, and then my first Rolex was a Datejust 41 with a silver dial. So yeah, I've always been collecting watches for a long time, and I've owned a few numerous Rolexes. Um, I actually did start off with a Rolex Explorer 2, and then I did buy after that a GMT Master 2. And then after the GMT Master 2, I just went straight up to a Daytona. And then from a Daytona to a Sky Dweller, and then eventually to this. So I can see why this watch is so popular, to be honest. I have to say that once you actually own and wear this watch, you will always get people comment all the time. So when I was wearing the Daytona, nobody really said anything. I don't think anybody actually recognized it as a Rolex. They just said, "Wow, that's a nice watch." That's about it. But as soon as I put this on my wrist and I started wearing it out, people were always saying, "Wow, love your Rolex." And I don't know if it's just because it's the sub and everybody recognizes the sub, even if they're not a watch collector. The sub is probably the most easy to spot Rolex on the market. So yeah, that's probably it. So um, it's quite strange really because I've always owned two-tone watches. I'll show you some pictures of my other watches in a minute, but pretty much always had two-tone watches. And it's not just because they're the easiest to get and you can get them on the grey market cheaper than stainless steel, blah 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 blah. It's simply because if you're going to own some luxury, you want it to feel luxury, right? So why pay crazy amounts for a stainless steel unless you can get it from the AD at the retail price? Then I would never pay over the retail price for a stainless steel, because it's just pointless. I mean, you kind of feel ripped off. I'm not saying this because they're bad watches. Obviously, no way. I love those watches. They're incredible. But for me, a two-tone watch kind of then screams a lot more quality. And, if you rewind the clock back to when Rolexes were, I don't know, let's say like 10 years ago, like you would then see somebody with a higher a higher job like a manager or something like that. They would be wearing like a two-tone watch because they were highly paid, and then somebody lower paid would be wearing a stainless steel watch. It kind of worked out like that. So yeah, to me, having the two-tone was a lot more quality, um and just more desirable. So what I want to do is I want to show you some pictures of my other watches, what I've actually purchased, so so yeah, so that's the Explorer 2. And as you can see on this, I have actually owned and own quite a lot of watches. So it's been from everything from Breitling uh, to Vostok to Breitling. And yeah, so that was my first Rolex Datejust, which I purchased. I absolutely love that watch, and think it's incredible. And then I've had the Tudor 58, which I absolutely love. I think that's an amazing watch. Um, so yeah, there you go. You got the GMT Master 2. Um, and then I said about the Daytona. So yeah, got the Daytona there. And then the Sky Dweller. And then going on to the Bluesy. So yeah. So there we go. So yeah, so I've owned quite a lot of Rolexes. Probably about 6, 7 Rolexes. I have literally always loved this watch. I remember as a kid flipping through the catalog, the Rolex catalog, and kind of pretending that money was no object. Which one would I really like? Which one would I love to own? And I remember the Hawk was actually there. I seen it in person. It was about £6,000 at the time, and even though I could have brought it then, my heart was set on this. But I didn't have the money. So if I had the money and it was available in the shop, I'd have still picked the bluesy. I know there's a lot of hype around the Hawk. I get it. It's a really nice watch, but seriously, I think you should try and consider the bluesy. It is super phenomenal, and the dial. I can't describe the dial, and I've watched a lot of YouTube videos, and everybody tries to show the dial off, but it is a really unique dial to try and display. You need to kind of own it to understand it, but it changes so many different colors in the light. You've got sort of really dark blues going on and real light blues, and it just screams like crazy different colors. You've also get the bezel. The bezel changes all different colors as well. You get all different tones of blues, and sometimes it looks like the Smurf. Sometimes it looks like I'm owning the black stainless steel Submariner. So that's the unique thing about it. It just constantly looks different. So if you look at it like that, it kind of looks like the Smurf, right? Because it's blacked out, man. So the fit is absolutely phenomenal. I have never worn any watch was more comfortable. I mean, the 58 is the Tudor 58 is a very, very comfortable watch. It's a lot smaller, so that's probably why it wears a little bit more comfortable. But this one is something else because you've got the glide lock as well. So the glide lock really does help out with the adjustability and kind of getting the right perfect size for yourself. Um, so yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, this is my first video. Okay, I didn't really have anything prepared. I haven't wrote anything down. It's just my thoughts, why I brought it, why I love it. I just wanted everybody to kind of see and share my passion for watches. Okay, if you got any questions or maybe like to offer me some pointers on what I could have done differently with this video, just let me know. And if you want to talk about watches or anything else, yeah, hit me up. Okay, thank you. Bye.